Hi, good morning, everybody. I think we've got a full house today at the Municipal Planning Tribunal meeting of Cape Agulhas Municipality, which is happening today, Friday, the 8th of March, at on the online Teams platform. So welcome to all the Municipal Planning Tribunal members. Can we just get an indication who are all present in the meeting? Because this meeting is being live streamed, so it is important that people are also aware that who are participating on this platform. Thanks. My name is Eben Phillips. I'm the municipal manager, as well as the chairperson of the Municipal Planning Tribunal of Cape Agulhas Municipality. Can we start with the external members quickly?
Deleen Karstens, Departement van Ontwikkelingsbeplanning.
Okay, then we've also got Mr. Ron Bronnings from Swellendam also present in this meeting. Can the internal members also just introduce themselves?
Hendrik Kroon, Direkteur Infrastruktuur, Cape Agulhas Municipaliteit.
Tonel Nel, Stadsbeplanningsafdeling van Cape Agulhas.
Donald October, Stadsbeplanningafdeling, Cape Agulhas Municipaliteit.
Abraham Trond, Stadsbeplanning, Cape Agulhas Municipaliteit.
Doreen Onke, Stadsbeplanning, Cape Agulhas Municipaliteit.
Carmen Dieterich, Minute-taking, Cape Agulhas Municipaliteit.
There's one Cape Agulhas live as a guest. Who is on that platform?
That is just the streaming account.
Okay, thank you, David. Okay, thank you very much. I just received one apology from Mr. Francois Kotze from the Overberg District Municipality, who is unfortunately unable to attend today's meeting. But I think we are a full house, we are quorum, so we can proceed with the meeting. Thank you very much. Any other apologies, Carmen? Are you aware of anybody?
Tracy didn't make apology of me, but Paul said to Ellen Bosch today.
Okay, thank you very much. So that takes us to the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. There was a previous MPT meeting held on the 18th of August 2023. The minutes has been circulated to the panel members. It's on page 3 to 7 of the agenda. Can we just get just somebody who can propose the correctness of the minutes of that meeting? Somebody that has been present in the meeting? I think Hendrik and Ms. Carstens, you were present. Can we just get a proposer and a seconder, please?
Okay, Deleen Karstens, I propose.
Okay, and Hendrik Kroon seconds. Thank you very much. Is there anything out of the matters arising that you want to discuss out of that minutes?
Nothing from my side.
If there's none, we can proceed. I think we've got 2 items on the agenda for today. Items for discussion is number 5.1 is the proposed housing project closure of a public open space, amendment of a general plan, subdivision consolidation rezoning of urban 4027 with a number of other descriptions of the property, but it's commonly referred to as 5180 Struisbaai. And I think in the housing fraternity, they speak about the Blom Park precinct. Am I right, Donald? Abraham, so now that is the one?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, that is the one. Then we've got 5.2 is also an application for a subdivision rezoning and closure of a portion of a public road, portion of 1824, and that is in Ward 5. And all the information is incorporated into the agenda. Can we maybe just start with a declaration of interest, just indicating from all the panel members specifically if you've got any interest in any of the 2 matters on the agenda? Eben Phillips, chairperson, I have no interest in any of the matters on the agenda. Thanks.
Hendrik Kroon, ek het geen belang om te verklaar in terme van die punt op die agenda nie.
Lillian Carstens, no interest.
Donald
Good morning,
October,
Ron.
no
Ron
interest
Brennan.
to declare.
Morning, Mr. Chair. Ron Brennan, Australian Municipality. No interest to declare. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. As long as the decision makers, the panel members have no interest, that's good. Thank you very much. Okay, then we can go to page 8 of the agenda. And that is the first item on the agenda, the proposed housing project closure of public open space, amendment of a general plan, subdivision, consolidation and rezoning of that particular portion of a 5180 in Straysby. I'm not sure which of the planners are going to lead us into this discussion. So now,
that will be me, sir. Thank you.
Okay, please go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. So the first item on the agenda is, as you mentioned, it's the proposed housing project, the amendment of the general plan, subdivision, consolidation and rezoning, commonly referred to as 5180 Blom Park. Allow me to share the screen. So this is the subject property that's on the table today. So the application consists of the following: the rezoning from public open space and single residential to subdivisional area for single residential zone and street zone. And I'm referring to the 5180, 5187, and 5190. And then it also states the subdivision of 5180 into a remainder of 2,385 squares and a portion of 283. Then the subdivision of the consolidated urban into 84 single residential zone urban and 10 portions of street. The consolidation of portion A with 5181 up to 5185. The consolidation of 5187 to 5199. The consolidation of 4027 up until 4035 and also 5201 to 5206. The consolidation of 5242 up to 5246. And then also the amendment of the general plan by the creation of the public place urban 5187, 5190, and portion of public place of 5180 to be closed. And then also this closure of part of public places urban 5187, 5190, and portion of public place of 5180 Straysby. So this application latches onto the existing housing development commonly referred to as Blom Park that is currently here and that commenced, I think, in 2016. Now these urban in blue were already demarcated for housing, but as we all know, housing is of a sensitive nature and there is a constant need for housing. So council then decided to redevelop these urban into, just go there. This, excuse, apologies. There we go. So from the original 38 urban, we created 84 urban of those 38. Earth sizes comprises from 112 square meters up until 130. This application, as I said, was distributed to an extensive public participation process, and no objections were received. The ward committee, that is Ward Committee 5, also gave their full support. And basically the aim of the project is to develop the area to allow for more urban to be able to address more people's housing needs. So it's basically broken up into 2 stages. So the first stage that we are now is to get all the statutory approvals, and then the second phase or the second stage will then be the physical construction of the additional road portions, services, and also the top structures. Yeah, that's basically it, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much for that introduction, Donald. So panel members, so this is obviously the reason why it is on the Municipal Planning Tribunal agenda is because it's municipal land, and that is why it's referred to the Planning Tribunal. And as Donald has indicated, it seems that there are, what do you call it? Everybody, all the stakeholders has been consulted, public participation, and there were no objections to this. And just to give you a little bit of context, just opposite this Blom Park precinct, we've got a what we call the Oak Camp informal settlement. And the idea is actually to formalize the informal settlement and moving people to the opposite side of the road as part of a UISP upgrading of informal settlements program that is also being endorsed by the Department of, okay, it's not human settlements anymore, it's now part of the Department of Infrastructure in the province. Any questions, any points for clarity, anything you want to raise in terms of this application?
Chair, I would just like to add also from an environmental point of view, nothing will be triggered because when this housing project commenced in 2016, the site was already cleared. And obviously because I refer you to the screen now, as you see there, 5180, that will still be a public open space with approximately a size of 2,385. Because it's under, and the other 3 open spaces that will be transformed into residential use is only 952 square meters. So it's less than 1,000 squares. So the proposed development or the redevelopment of that site will not trigger any listed activities. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for that additional information, Donald. Mr. Brunings, your hand is up, so you can proceed.
Yes. Thanks, Mr. Chair. Just 2 points. If 5186, I'd imagine that just what is the zoning for that? And I'd imagine in the future you are making provision to expand into that area as well. Other than that, other than those 2 comments, everything was very clear in terms of the explanation and also in terms of the application itself. So thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Thanks, Ron. Abram, can you just check? I'm not sure. I don't want to give the wrong information here, but 5186 on Ovio, our system. Can you just check what it is, please?
It's open space.
Thank you, Abram.
Microphone is off.
I'm sorry. Anybody else? Mrs. Carstens, are you comfortable with the application in front of us? Okay. Any of the other panel members? If there's not, can we then confirm the recommendation that is in the report from the Town Planning Department? Can you take us through that quickly, Donald? Okay, just as a recommendation so that we can just put it before the panel so that we can agree on that.
Okay, so the recommendation is that the following that was mentioned right before the rezoning and the consolidation and the amendment of the general plan, that the municipal tribunal is the recommendation that they approve the this application.
Okay. So can we just get a proposer and a second for that proposal, for that recommendation, please?
Lillian Carstens, I'll propose.
Okay, and I see Hendrik Kroon seconds that. Mr. Broenings, you don't have anything against the proposal. Can we regard this as consensus from the panel?
Fine from our side, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's a consensus from resolution from the Municipal Planning Tribunal for the approval of this application. Thank you very much. Can we continue to the next one, please, Donald? Or who's going to lead us into that?
Yes, sir, it's me again.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead. The item starts on page 39 of the agenda. It's an application for subdivision rezoning and closure of a portion of a public road portion of 1824 in, it says Ward 5, I imagine it's in Struisbaai. Donald, you can start.
My mic is off, sorry. So the application consists of the following: the rezoning of a portion of a road of portion 8, 47 squares for purposes of industry zone. The subdivision of 1824 into proposed portion 47 squares and the remainder, and the closure of a public place in terms of section 15.2. So just a bit of background. The application was sent to council in the year of 2022. What happened was the portion of 1824 that included the road was encroached by 1837, hence the portion of 47 squares. So council initially decided that the wall should be broken down, or the owner should go through all the statutory approvals and also just to incorporate that into his earth. There was a comment, if you went through the report from the ward committee, saying that die muur moet afgebreek word versper sig van swaar voertuie. The applicant's reply was the comment that the sight line of heavy vehicles are impacted on it. It's completely untrue. If the party or parties that made the comment visited the site, they would have known that the statement is incorrect. Display of the street corner is more than 9 meters, and from the aerial photo below, one can see that the sight lines are uncompromised. So I'm just going to take you to the aerial photo. That is the portion in question. So you can see there's a very large piece still that won't affect the line of sight. And even the municipality's street and stormwater department was on site. And as you can see from the screen, there is his comment. So any questions?
Okay, tribunal members, that is the background to the application. Is there any question from anybody? Anything you want to clarify?
I just have one question. I read somewhere in the report that they did not want to consolidate that portion with the application property. I don't know if I understand it correctly.
Adeline, yes, consolidation is not possible due to different registries. I think it's part of a section title. So once the application goes through or been approved, it will get a separate number and it will form part of the common area. That answers your question.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Okay. Mr. Brunings, your hand is up.
Mr. Chair, thanks. Yeah, I have no problem with the application in principle. It's one of those things municipalities have to deal with all the time. One thing I just want to get clarification on, in the sense of that portion of properties now is going to be created into a separate earth. It's not going to be consolidated, but I would assume that the sectional title scheme is purchasing that from the municipality and not paying the municipality an annual encroachment fee. Otherwise, you would not have bothered doing the whole subdivision. So I just wanted to know whether there has been a value established for that parcel of land which a sectional title scheme is going to be purchasing, or whether indeed it's just going to be an encroachment fee which they're going to be paying on an annual basis. That wasn't clear to me on the papers. Thanks, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Thanks, Ron. Well, in their report to council or the request, they of the intention of purchasing that 47 squares from council. Whether any amounts or so have been cleared up, I could not say. I assume once it goes through our property department, they will undertake that in the contracts.
Okay, so subsequent to this, okay, Delia?
Yeah, I'm just not sure if that is accurate. I mean, the sectional title is different from the property, but I'm not an expert in that regard, but I think you should, I don't think it has an impact on what we decide today, because as far as you will have to look at your own municipal bylaw, but I think that consolidation, that type of consolidation is anyway exempted from an application. But I think you should just make sure, because it would be preferable to consolidate it.
Okay, thanks for that input. So now?
Yes, maybe I can just mention, we've been in touch with our attorney, Martin Clear, and Lona was also involved, the town planner, and we've discussed this whole issue around the consolidation, and Martin agreed with this proposal that we can go forward without a consolidation, and it's in line. So yeah, it will be incorporated into the it will be a separate earth, but it will be exclusive use area, and they will incorporate it into the sectional title for to form part of the communal area.
Okay, thank you. So that doesn't prohibit us from taking the decision today as the tribunal. Right?
No, it does
Okay,
not.
Don.
So, yeah.
Okay,
So
thanks. Okay,
so our recommendation is then that the application that was put forth to the municipal tribunal for the subdivision of 1824 into a proposed portion A, 47 square meters, and the remainder, and the closure of a portion of public base, and the rezoning of that proposed portion of 47 squares to an industry zone can be approved.
Okay, thank you. Can I get a proposer from the tribunal members for the approval of this application? Okay, there's a proposal from Hendrik Kroon. Can I get a seconder for that, please? Okay, then Mrs. Delene Carsten seconds that. Mr. Brunings, are you also in concurrence with this approval of this application?
Thanks, Mr. Chair. Yes, fully concur with this the proposal and seconder. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And also from my side, I don't have anything against this. So I think we can regard this as also a consensus decision from the Cape Agulhas Municipal Planning Tribunal for the approval of this application. Okay, are there any other items? Anything you want to raise before we adjourn this meeting? Okay, if not, then I just want to thank all the members for making yourself available for this Municipal Planning Tribunal, and also thank you very much for the people that might have logged into the virtual platform and online live streaming of this meeting. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a very good Friday further and have a nice weekend.